Hey guys, I'm going to work on this again today. Might even get it close to finished. Make sure you stay tuned. Hey everybody and welcome back. So, like I said, I'm going to get a bunch of work done on this today. One of the things I want to do is get these LED lights installed, figure out exactly where the wiring's going to go. I want to get the seats glued in. I want to get the stuff in the trunk glued in. I got the fuel cell and there's a battery box right here. I want to try and run some wires to this as well. I've got the backing plates painted, but I need to paint the drums and get them set up for the wheels. Drive shafts painted, but I got to finish the fuel injection and whatever else I need to go with that. I need to paint the steering box and steering shaft. Then we can slowly start to assemble some of the chrome once we get all that glued together. So I'm going to get this apart so that I can get the dash in, get the seats glued down to the floor. We'll end up gluing the engine in, finish putting that together. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, everybody. Well, I've pretty much got everything painted. There's a couple things I still need to paint, like I got to finish painting this piece here. This is the steering linkage, so that's good. But I've got the brake drums painted, and they're ready to go into the wheels. You know, I wanted them gloss black to match the frame. I've got the steering column painted, hoses are painted, drive shafts cleaned up and painted. I know it was before. Fuel injection rail is painted. That'll look pretty good sitting on top of chrome. Nice touch of color in there. I've got the starter painted. I still got to paint the oil filters, but I'll do that here in a bit. And what else? So I've got the radiator fitted in for the frame, so that'll fit with the grill. I also went ahead and finished off the electric fan. Here, I'll show you, zoom in for you. Let's focus on it. There we go. Oops. Finished off the electric fan, put a wire in it. And this will sit in the radiator like so. I'll get that super glued in there. So it's nice and flat, and then I can run my wire wherever I need it to go. So that's ready to go. The lights are still ready to go. I'll paint this brass tube after so that you won't see it against the frame. I don't remember if I mentioned the backing plates were painted. I have them now put on. As you can see there, you won't see this because brake drums will cover that. All right. So that'll look pretty good when it's done. Motor's ready to go in that. I got to glue on the belt for this. That's not a big deal. And yeah, I did some fine detailing on the motor. I got to do a little bit more. This is glued in, and so is the battery box and the wire that's in there. As you can see, the battery wires, I got to glue them down, but they're in there. And I'm thinking maybe fuel sending unit wire, but you probably won't see that. The inside I've touched up. The top of the doors are painted silver, along with the inside of the door jamb and stuff. You can see there, this will all be covered. You won't see that. Bottom's painted. You know, so that's ready to go, both sides. Now I will have a few touch-ups to do, like in here, where I had to trim and shave a little bit. I think there's a spot on the other side up top here that I'll have to touch that up. That's not a big deal. I painted the bottom, it's hard to see, but I painted the bottom of the firewall back inside where you can see it. And I've also got the dashboard painted. Now the chrome piece is ready to go in. That'll, can't put it in there, but you know what I mean. That'll go in there. I'll put a touch of black wash on that, and that'll be ready to go. Touched up the grill a little bit, the chrome on it, just to make sure everything is nice and chromish. So yeah, I'm going to start gluing some of this stuff together, finish off that last little bit of paint, and I'll come back and I'll show you where I'm at. See you in a few. Hey guys, just wanted to show you a midstream update here where I'm at, and once I show you that, well then I'll get back to work, and I'm pretty sure the car is going to be finished in this video. I won't have the diorama done yet, but there will be one more video, and that'll show you the finished diorama with the dragon and the car set up and the lighting set up. But let me show you where I'm at. So with the engine, I've got the fan belt on. All right. I did some black wash on some stuff. It's hard to see, but it's there. I got the starter painted. Still got to do the oil filter. I know, I keep putting it off. But anyways, I've got the velocity stacks and the fuel injection put in. Now you're probably wondering why this is still loose. This here is the coil wire, and the coil is going to go on the firewall. I'll show you that in a little bit here. But I'll hook this up once the engine is in its place. I've also done the electric fan. I made this little bracket. I filled in the center piece to make it look like the back of the motor. Wired in a wire for it, so that'll get all glued down, and I'll run the wire somewhere on the frame once that's in its place. Nothing to show with the grill. I did some black wash on the drive shaft a little bit, so that's ready to roll. Now for the car. As you can see, there's wheels on it. The body is glued down. Headlights are wired in. Taillights are wired in. So yeah, here's the car with the wheels on it. All right. Looks pretty good, I think. Now I've also got the door panels in, or on, I should say, whichever. So you can see, I don't know if you can see the rivets on that. Not the nicest riveting, but hey, it's the first time I ever did it. So you can see the door handle up there to open the door. There are no windows. Here's the other one. This one's a little better, a little straighter, but takes some practice, obviously. Now, as you can see, inside the car, I have the seats mounted. Hard to see, there's not much room, not much light, but it's in there. There's the seats, there you go. Now, they had to be pushed to the center like that because when you close the door, if you watch the hinges right here, they're pretty much touching the seat on both sides. So, not a big deal, a little bit of an offset, but it's okay. The steering wheel's off to the one side, but that's where it's got to sit. The dash is in, shifter's in, taillights are in, trunk and everything. As you see, there's no wiring for those taillights. Now I still have to paint the wires up front here. As you can see, I gotta paint them black, and I gotta paint this tube black all the way across. And these are the only two wires that come through. The taillights are hidden under this panel that I built for it. So these here will go into the diorama and you won't see them. So that's where we're at. I'm going to get the engine and everything ready. There's just a few little parts left to put on, which you can see over here. Nothing much, a few rad hoses. I got to paint the steering linkage still. And then that can go on up front here. Right? That can go up front here somewhere, wherever it's got to go, however it's got to go. I think it goes like that. Right? So I get that painted. Here's the coil. So I'm going to make a strap for this. Oh, focus in. So I'll make a strap for that, and it'll go on the firewall. Somewhere, one side or the other, I don't know yet. And then once that's all painted, and I do the oil filter, then I can put the motor in. Then I want to heat stain the exhaust. I'm going to heat stain them a little bit. Then I can put those on. All right. And the exhaust will be done. And once the motor's in, the rad can go in, and then the windows are last. So when I've got that stuff done, I'll be back and I'll show you the final reveal of it, I guess. We'll see how it goes. And we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay guys, I got her all done. So, as you can see, seats, motor, rad, grill, doors, I got it all. Now, let's see if I can zoom in here for you. I did my first attempt at heat staining exhaust, so I think they turned out okay. Camera's not picking up the blue. You can see the yellow and the red for sure, but it's not really picking up the blue at the very ends, but it is there. You know, and I kind of heat stained outside a little bit where, you know, they kind of hit direct in the side. Something else I did is I put seat belts in, as you can see there. All right, got those in there. Touched up everything. You know, the rad is done, grill is done. All the doors open still, no problem. And I even put a little handle on the back here. Let's see. You can see it here. And that's because it was so hard to open. So now it's got that little handle, and all I used was the door handle from the doors. You know, so now I got inside the trunk here, as you can see. All right. Now, yes, the lights and everything still do work. I'm going to build the diorama, and that's when I'll show you guys the working lights, but because right now it's a little hard to try and put batteries in there and everything else to get things operating. But yeah, so there's the underneath. Again, you can still see some of the heat staining underneath. I just coiled up the wires for now until the diorama itself is done. The wheels all do turn. So there you go, my friends. It's done. So if you like these types of videos, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can see more of these videos. Also hit the bell so you don't miss out when I post a video. Leave your comments and questions down below in the comments section. I also have links down in the description for my Instagram and my Facebook group. I do have a link there for my PayPal Me if you decide that you want to try and help out the channel at all, and I'll put your name in the credits at the end. So let me know what you think of the first time doing heat staining, what you think of the entire construction of this vehicle and the build of it. I'd love to know what you think. So with all that being said, just do it your way. Until next time. Later.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I've been turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be